It's Paul. Got my Fortress shirt on. We are driving to the park, 2 minutes away. I'm a big fan of cloudy days. Today's a cloudy day. No direct sun shining on our heads and baking us on a skillet. The skillet being the earth. So yeah, I'm a big fan of clouds. Shout out to clouds. Welcome, welcome. I guess today we can do push-ups maybe. I found my chalk, I brought it with me. I actually accidentally left it at home, so on my kitchen countertop, that's where it was. Is my connection bad, or I see people hopping on and then losing connectivity? Is the connection good? Is it working? Welcome, welcome. Yo, Spellbreaker, what's up? Where I was leaving from, it was bad connection, but at this park has 5 bars, so we should be more than good here. What's up, Waylon? Welcome back. It's a cloudy day. Perfect day for a workout. No direct sun beaming down on our heads. Should be easier to bear than usual. I have my Fortress shirt on. I don't know if y'all remember this one. I'll show it to you when I get out. Also, we got our hands on micromodal fabric. We might be the only fitness company to produce micromodal fabric shirts. Check it out. It goes halfway across. My Fortress shirt, and then on the back it says Fortress, Body, Mind, Soul, Spirit. I'll show it to you later. But that's how the design is. Nice job, eh? What'd you do for your workout? What's up, Austin? Did you see the shirt, Austin? My old school Fortress shirt. $110 wide grip pull-ups, then 2 times 50 pull-ups with different middle grip pull-ups. Oh, nice. Hey, so we're making this shirt, but we're making it in blue shirt with white print, and then we're doing a beige shirt with brown print, and then we have the one more rep design that we voted on our Discord. And then the third shirt is just going to be in a small embroidered 2" by 2" Fortress logo. And right here, this is mirror image, so it's going to be on the left chest region, just a 2 by 2 logo, no writing. And that one's going to be embroidered. So there's 3 shirts in different colors, and all 3 come in different colors, the 3 types of styles. I mean, white and gray. We have white and gray, beige and brown, and blue and white. So those are the 3. I'm going to be posting all that. I'm going to post a link to my website. You guys can start pre-ordering if you'd like. The shirts are not going to be 100% cotton. They're going to be 100% micromodal, which is a much higher, it's also a natural material made from wood. It's a lot softer than cotton, and it's a lot more, it's like 3 times as durable as cotton, a lot softer, a lot better moisture wicking. And it doesn't crumple. See how this crumpled up a little bit over time? Because micromodal doesn't shrink, It doesn't have creases, and it kind of flows over the body much better. But it also feels a lot softer than cotton. It does not feel like polyester. Polyester feels like plasticky. I don't know if most people haven't worn those shirts, but if you've ever wore anything micromodal, it's a game changer. Literally all my underwear are micromodal. It's like, it's a material out of this world. I don't know why more people don't make it. I know it's a little bit more expensive, but it is phenomenal. I tell you what. Anyway, and I'm not hyping it up just because of my shirts. It's because whenever I wore micromodal fabrics by any company, any brand, it's literally next level material. And that's why I was trying to source them, and now I finally found a supplier that's able to source those shirts for us. And I'm placing an order for like 260 shirts to start, and then once those start selling out and we see which designs have the most popularity, we'll place an order for more. But yeah, that's an update on the shirts. Designs have been finalized. They've been sent over to the company. Micromodal don't shrink, especially not like cotton. There's almost zero shrinkage from washing, so they're pretty cool. Cotton shrinks a lot, so they don't shrink. They breathe better. They're softer. And they feel like cotton, but a lot softer. They wick moisture away better from the body. You feel cooler in them. Just all around, just like, when they do get wet though from sweat, they cling to your body. So that's one thing that's kind of might be a minus, is they cling to your body and like hug the curves of your body when you get them wet and sweaty. But it still dries out much quicker than cotton does and feels much better. Again, softer, more durable. Anyway. We can attempt to pull up PR again, even though we did pull-ups yesterday. Why? Because I'm crazy. And after that, we can focus on push-ups because my calves and legs are still sore from those pistol squats and 3,000 jump ropes we did 2 days ago. Mike J hasn't been joining in for a few streams now. Hope he's okay. Probably working a lot. He's in security. And he does do security for big events. Like he did the Tony Robbins event the other day. So look what I got. All right, here we go. Let's go get started. There's a huge police officer shortage here in Canada. Don't know what to tell you about that, eh? Hello. Seeing the same people here as I did the other day. They're already saying hello to me. There's a huge gains shortage in this chat. Tell you that. I want to be seeing more gains from you guys. Everybody sitting there typing away instead of putting the work in with me. I'm just kidding. I know you guys work out. I appreciate y'all's dedication to the craft. Hey, Ignol. Alright, let me plug this in real quick. I'm plugging my gyroscopic. Yo, Rob. Welcome. Is this your first time on, Rob? I don't remember if I saw you before. You may have joined yesterday, huh? Alright, let me put this phone in here. There we go. So we can attempt a pull-up PR again. Shoot, my biceps are sore. I think that's a bad idea, actually. Never mind, I take that back. But my triceps are also sore. Damn it, everything's sore. What do we do today, guys? Oh, Rob, awesome. Well, thank you. Welcome back. Thanks for joining again. My chest is not very sore, but my triceps are and my push-ups. If you guys can put a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it as well. 400 push-ups today. That's a lot of push-ups. That is a lot of push-ups. 400 push-ups? Are you trying to kill me over here? All right, why don't we do this? I'm gonna go and attempt a PR and pull-ups. Ew, no, working out while drinking beer, that sounds terrible. Ooh, I like Austin's proposal of doing an ab workout. I think that's what we're gonna end up doing. Yeah, if you guys can put up a thumbs up, I'd really appreciate it. Oh, the progress pics, thank you. Yeah, I've seen a lot of progress pics. You did 400 push-ups in 17 minutes? That is a lot of push-ups. That's unbelievable. I don't think I believe you, Waylon. 400 push-ups in 17 minutes. Or do you mean 17 hours and 30 minutes? There's no way. All right, how many push-ups is that per minute? 20 push-ups per minute. A little more, 22 push-ups a minute, non-stop. That's a push-up every 2 seconds, roughly. Yeah, every 2.6 seconds a push-up. Damn. You could do 400 non-stop push-ups? Or you took like 30-second, you probably did them one after the other, and then you took like 10, 20-second breaks. Yeah, that sounds unbelievable, Waylon. Sorry, I'm having a hard time believing you on that one. Do I watch any shows on Netflix? Not really. I watched Love on the Spectrum. 30, 38, 37, 39, 400. Yes, that's probably what he did. I watched Love on the Spectrum. That was a fun show. Very fun and interesting. And then, it's not a Netflix show, but I watched Rick and Morty on Hulu. And then I watched Breaking Bad. I don't know where that was. And then I watched The Last of Us. Yeah, I watched a few shows. Greetings, bestiarius. All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do 1 set max of pull-ups, and then we're gonna do our abs exercises. How about that? One max set of pull-ups, and then abs. Sound good to you? Sounds good to me. Oh yeah, I've never seen Game of Thrones. Oh, Better Call Saul. Yeah, I like Better Call Saul. I watched that too. All right, guys, let's go. More pull-ups. Although I don't think I'm setting my PR, I just want to attempt it for the hell of it. How's it going? Attempt it for the hell of it and see where we get. And then after that, we'll try. No, I haven't seen The Walking Dead. I'm not a big fan of zombie shows or apocalyptic stuff. Oh, Fallout was a good one. I did watch Fallout. All right, guys, you ready? Here's my shirt. Fortress body, I know it's a mirror image for you because it's selfie mode, but these are going to be in the store soon. And I corrected the logo so this thing doesn't go past the circle, it stops. And then the shadows on the same side, because if the sun's shining from here on the castle, then this should be lit up, and then this side of the mountain should be lit up, and the shadow should be on this side. This is all like reversed. I never noticed that until I started looking at it. So I redesigned this a little bit to make it more better. But you'll see those soon. I'll be posting those soon. All right, let's get these pull-ups. See how many we can get. I did not choose fortress because of Peter and Paul. I chose fortress because in Russian, the word fortress means strength and the fortress. So in Russian, the word has two meanings. So I just translated it to English and just went with fortress. Hanging for a split second tells me I am extremely sore on my pull-ups. Literally, when I did that, my forearms, my biceps, and my lats all gave me a ton of pain in that short second. So we're not doing the max pull-up thing, but we are doing abs. So I'm gonna hang on the bar and do some ab raises. We're gonna go on the dip bars. We're gonna go do leg raises on the dip bars, guys. That's what we're gonna do. My forearms are sore, everything is sore. So dip bars will take all that pressure off of us and allow us to focus on the abs a bit more. So I'm walking there now. We also haven't done a proper stretch day in a long time. We should definitely do that. Maybe, I don't know when, but we should do that sometime soon. Maybe tomorrow. I'm behind one stream, so maybe tomorrow we do a stretch day. Max pull-ups, I did 32 yesterday, best. 32 max pull-ups yesterday. And I believe we did 32 on Tuesday as well. So my PR currently is 32. I'm trying to get to 45 without one arm hangs. Once I get to 45, I will stop training regular pull-ups and start focusing on the other exercises. The goal is to hit 45 pull-ups in one set, 120 push-ups in one set. My best ever, I think, is 52. But I don't really need to get up to 52 again. I'll be happy with 45. My best ever was 52. But once we hit 45 pull-ups and 120 push-ups and 80 dips, I'd even be happy with like 70 dips. That's when we stop training the basic exercises and we're going to start moving on to more advanced movements such as muscle-ups, planche, holding the planche push-ups, handstand push-ups, like more advanced stuff. So definitely once we reach those numbers, our routines are definitely going to change. Here we go. The world record for pull-ups, it's not 55, it's like 655, eh? It's really high. Like it's unbelievably high, and there's no video evidence. I don't think I'll be there in one chair. Of course I'll try, but I don't think I will be. You'll notice in the front, I don't fully relax my legs. I keep them outstretched in front of me. This makes sure that your abs are engaged the whole time and flexed the whole time, and they don't get to rest at all when you do it this way. So ah, 20. Take a short break and go for another 20. Ooh, my abs are burning. Also, I forgot to bring my micrometer to measure the size of these bars we were thinking of replacing. Excuse me. Alright, let's go again. Fortress, body, mind, soul, spirit. I can turn into an NPC over here. Another 20 completed. I'm getting stronger fast. Thank you, Cher. Appreciate the support. Yeah, I'm doing an ab workout right now. They do hurt. They burn my abs so much. Jump on bar muscle ups. If I ever do them, it's just to show you guys that I can. Personally, I think they're a stupid exercise. Like a really stupid exercise. Like all it's good for is just to show off. It literally has no upsides. Like, it's the same as doing like the bar rotations that I do and stuff like that for fun. I would do muscle up and stand on the bar, but they'll never be like part of my actual workout routine. We're gonna do 10 stand on bar muscle ups. Like, that's a little ridiculous. Like, it will always be like a fun show off exercise at best. Here we go. Get those abs working. Ah. My cover once asked me, what's the point of pull-ups? You'll never need to do that in real life. I told them it's to show off. Здравствуй, Паша. Давненько не слышал от тебя одну из своих коронных фраз. Keep it simple. Ты еще ее не забыл? А я что, ее часто использовал раньше? Keep it simple. Если честно, я даже не помню. But it's popular phrase in English. The KISS method. You guys heard of the KISS method? Keep it simple, stupid. So it's a pretty good method. I stand by it. The KISS method is a great workout method. Keep it simple. Put your reps in. Put your sets in. Progressive overload. That's all there is to it. But also, I do understand that people who do this for a living, or used to do this for a living, like me, who used to work out all the time, for me, it's easy and simple. For a lot of other people, I just swallowed a gnat. For a lot of other people, it's not so simple, so they need it broken down for them because they don't always do this. So something that's simple and basic to me might not be simple and basic to somebody else. Also something to keep in mind. Надеюсь, ответил на твой вопрос, Райкер. Я когда по-английски говорю, ты тоже понимаешь или нет? Alright, let's go. Let's go again. Damn, look at those triceps. Looking good. Got that horseshoe going. Alright, we're doing abs today though. Abs are not bad either. Another 20. Coming up. We're at 60 now. Ah, that burns. That burns my abs. Сегодня в меню только пресс, Ракер, да. У меня все болит. Все мышцы болят. Nick says, as men, we get this fat around our waist, the love handles, and it goes towards the back area. How to work on this? Maybe diet is the best way. Nick, fat distribution on the body is genetic. Men and women store fat differently. And also different men of different ethnicities and genetic makeup also store fat differently in different body parts. Same for women. Every person has a body part that their body prefers to store fat in. And you can't lose body fat in specific zones. So when you start losing body fat in general, your body proportionally takes away fat in all the different areas of your body. And then the spot that it prefers to store fat in the most is the last spot to go. So really the only way to get rid of love handles or back fat or any other kind of fat is to lower your overall body fat percentage, for which I recommend calorie deficit, make sure you're eating enough protein, go into a calorie deficit, and it'll go away. My body chose my belly. I have a professor who told me you have to whip your fat into shape. I never understood it, but I think she meant just work harder. That's funny, but yeah, I agree with your professor, Cher. Triceps are huge. It's like a second shoulder. Thank you. July, August. В такую жару голодать вообще легко. Настолько жарко, что есть не хочется. Кстати, сколько у тебя градусов жары? I agree, Райкер, я согласен с тобой. У нас вчера было 96 градусов по Фаренгейту, сегодня чуть меньше. 96 по Фаренгейту, это, кажется, 36 или 37 по Цельсию. Жарко, короче. Interesting you say different ethnicities store fat differently. Example? I don't know, even though I studied the differences of races. I don't know specifics, but you can Google say differences in body fat distribution among different ethnicities on Google, or even ChatGPT, and it'll tell you. But that's a thing. That's an actual thing. I mean, it boils down to your genetics. So it's not just ethnicity, although ethnicities is basically a genetic subgroup. But yeah, certain different ethnicities, but also just different genetics. Different people, even within the same ethnicity, have different genetics and they store fat differently. Like, there's a very wide range. For example, people who store, there's actually like studies on this, people who store fat in their belly have much higher risk of heart disease later in life than people who store fat in their lower body, below their waist. So like their butt, their thighs, their legs. People who store more body fat in their butt, thighs and legs and hips have lower % chance of developing heart disease later in life than people who store body fat in their belly. There's also the difference between organ fat and subcutaneous fat. Subcutaneous fat is fat that's just directly under your skin. But also your organs, your heart, your intestines, your liver, can have fat build on top of the organs. So you might still have visible muscle and visible abs, but still have a big belly because there's a lot of fat deposits around your organs. And that's the worst type of fat to have. If you have fat around your organs, that's the unhealthiest type of fat to have in your body. But yeah, those are all different things. Like high fructose corn syrup tends to store fat around your liver, if I remember correctly. Black people and Arabs are quite gifted. Well, I don't know the specifics of all the ethnicities. It's something you guys can look up yourself. And it's not because I'm trying to be politically correct, it's because I actually don't know. Because if I did know, I would just tell you. All right, we're hitting 100 right now of these front leg curl kicks, whatever you want to call them. No idea what they're called. 20. 100. You can't have 0% body fat. Your brain actually feeds on fat. At 0% body fat, you would die instantly. I don't think you can get below 5% body fat without your organs shutting down. Also quite big white fella. I have not done any sprint training, Rob, at all. When Russians and Ukrainians came into boxing, now they defeat all the black fighters. I don't watch boxing to know. I know that black people mostly dominate all the running and sprint sports with Usain Bolt. Like if you watch the Olympics for sprint running, it's like all of them are black. There's no white people going for sprinting records. So they're definitely gifted in running genes, that's for sure. Indians make a lot of money though. I think that's cultural. When society puts a lot of cultural pressure on you to succeed, performance-based culture. Most immigrants are performance-based because they come from poorer countries, and so they come to other countries because they see it as a land of opportunity. So what you have is a selection bias, where people who choose to move and go through the effort to move are already highly motivated to move in order to earn money. And so when they do get the chance to finally move because they're seeking for opportunity, they tend to be disproportionately successful compared to the locals. But if you go to India, for example, or you go to Russia or China, and you look at the distribution of people within China, it's probably going to be a very similar distribution as to the natural population of the United States, where you have a small percentage of people who are extremely ambitious and achieve a lot. You're going to have the average people, middle class, and then the poor class. But yeah, immigrants who migrate to a new country in search of opportunity are already the type of people to want to be successful. And so that group that actually moves, percentage-wise, is extremely likely to push themselves and succeed. And so yeah, you have a type of selection bias for them. And it's totally natural. Russians and Belarusians and Ukrainians are the same thing. They're all very similar, but how'd you learn to speak English? When I moved to the U.S., I was 9 years old when I moved to the U.S., and just being here, listening to it, I learned it. And in school, when I moved here, I went to 4th grade. And so since 4th grade, I was in American school, so I learned it in school as well. Just from listening to it for a year, I was able to start understanding what people are saying. And then in school, I learned the alphabet, and I was reading kindergarten level books like Green Eggs and Ham by Dr. Seuss, and then I moved on after reading like Charlie Brown and stuff. I moved on to reading Scooby-Doo books, Goosebumps, the Magic Tree House books, and then slowly migrated to more and more difficult reading levels. That's how I learned English. All right, here we go. Another set coming up. Here we go. Trying to recreate that video game sound. Really funny one when the Pac-Man eats the dots. Alright, let's go. 120. These seem hard. I could already see myself not being able to keep my legs straight. Yeah, they're not easy. We're at 120. The stabilizer is pretty good. Check it. No shaking whatsoever. Some good stabilization. I'm a fan. Sorry for getting all you guys nauseated with all that spinning. I'm making myself nauseated with all these leg raises. Blam. Man, these flies or mosquitoes, wherever they are, I hate them. Are you ready, kids? Aye, aye, Captain. I can't hear you. I've been saying that way too much lately. We need to start quoting other quotable quotes. Let's quote some quotable quotes from quotable quotations. I can't do this anymore. We're switching up the exercise, guys. We gotta do something else. I can't do these anymore. My abs are toasted. We're gonna do some Russian twist type ab exercise. I hate doing these more. I hate these, yeah. It wasn't a yawn, it was like a deep exhale, like, ah. It was an exhale of pain. All right, let's do more. I need to get a smaller waist. I don't like the way this looks on camera. Should be like this. Still looks way too thick. Still way too thick. I need it even smaller than that. Here we go. All right, guys. I'm resting for way too long. Oh, damn. And now, presenting the dead man exercise. Breathe as if you're trying to stay alive. Presented to you by Fortress. Yes, Tim, today is ab day. Have you experienced any sort of racism in the US as a Russian? I did in Sacramento. When we came to the US as a young kid, we came as refugees because my parents were Russian Baptists, and Russian Baptists were persecuted against during the Soviet Union. They were sent off to concentration camps in Siberia under Stalin. But anyway, so we came to and after the USSR fell apart, the stigma across Russians stayed the same, and they really ostracized Baptists in general. So anyway, we came here as refugee status and we were on welfare. And basically, anytime we were in the welfare line, all the welfare people that were in the line would talk shit to us. We lived in a poor, mostly black dominated neighborhood, so mostly surrounded by black people. And so I mostly experienced racism growing up in Sacramento, in our poor neighborhood from the black community. They would always talk shit like, go back to your country, go back to where you came from. A bunch of fucking Russians came here, taking our resources, blah, blah, blah. That was most of what I experienced. And I know that has to do with the area we lived in and the demographic we were in, and because they saw us as a competition for the welfare, I guess, food stamps and stuff. I don't know what the reason was, but majority of racism my experience was from black people growing up. But I haven't had any kind of racism ever since I did grow up and moved to different neighborhoods. I haven't experienced a dime of any kind of racism in Texas. And in California, after I graduated high school, we moved to a better neighborhood in West Sacramento. And ever since then, I haven't experienced any kind of racism from anyone anywhere, really. Not from any race. So all the racism I experienced was when I was a little kid, and then as an adult, I haven't experienced any in Texas or in California, in either place. Thank you, Barb. Appreciate the support. It was awesome. It was awesome the Germans in WW2 helped and got help from some of the Russians and Ukrainians against Stalin. I do not understand what you meant by that. Oh, awesome, Barb. Yeah, this is a really good abs workout. I did not understand your comment, Nick, about Germans and WW2 getting help from Russians, or I did not understand what you tried to say there. From white people, I didn't experience any racism from whites, as far as I can remember. Yeah, I don't think I experienced any racism from whites. I mean, I'm white. The Caucasus Mountains are literally in Russia. They're in Georgia, which borders Russia. The word Caucasian comes from Russia. Like I'm the definition of white. So obviously they don't see me as a different, most white people don't see me like as a different group. So it's understandable. All right, here we go. Let's do our next set. I'm the quintessential white person. Although I know in the United States, Anglo-Saxon white is the white that people talk about. I'm still considered an immigrant. Look at those lats. All this in just 12 weeks, guys. All this buildup of this big old lat muscle. 12 weeks. 12 weeks of working out since I came back. All right, here we go. $30. Today we have the lowest viewership of all time. I think my streams are getting super boring for people. We gotta spice it up. I gotta dress like freaking cartoon characters to keep this interesting and do TikTok dances on stream. Are you not entertained? I'm kidding. I know this is quote unquote low quality content because it is just me working out. Not the funnest thing to watch. And it's Friday night. I think most people have better things to do on Friday night than watch Paul Fortress work out. Yeah, we usually hover at around 30 viewers, 20, 30. But lately my viewership has been dropping, which is okay. Also, like I said, Friday night. Friday night. It's Friday, Friday. You guys remember that song by Rebecca Black? The most disliked video on all of YouTube. These muscles are coming in good, guys. Check it out. These workouts are working. They're doing their job. I'm sure she's in her 30s. Yeah, I think we were same age back when she released her video. Am I sure I'm not on roids? Yeah, I'm sure I'm not on roids. I'm not even taking my creatine on time, guys. I've skipped a day of taking creatine. It's ridiculous. My diet's been all over the place. I might do a cycle of steroids in 1 year for maybe 6 months to see how big I get. But for the next year, for sure, I'm not doing anything. For the next year, I'm going natural. I'm hitting all my previous PRs. I'm surpassing all my achievements, getting the best shape of my life over the next year. Justin Bieber's still relevant. I remember him, but he's still posting music. He's still relevant. Oh, have you seen that guy who can contract his chest starting here, and he can make this line move all the way up like a freaking arrow of a clock? Wait, let me try this. How does he do that? You can see his striations start here, and he slowly flexes it. Wait. Man, these mosquitoes. Anyway, now is not the time to practice that. I wouldn't laugh about that. I wouldn't doubt that Justin Bieber actually got molested by Diddy. I think there's a good argument to be made there. There's a pretty clear line you can trace back from him getting signed and all that stuff. Which is literally traumatizing and a terrible thing to happen to somebody, especially a kid. He was underage back then. Freaking Diddy. And now Trump doesn't want to release the Epstein files because he's in too many of them. What timeline is this, guys? All these pedophiles need to get punished. All right, we're gonna do my last set and wrap it up. Ah, 20 more. Oh, yes. Yes, guys. Good day today. Good workout today. We did great. Putin punishes them big time. I don't know. I don't know what Putin does in his personal time. For all I know, he might be a pedophile too. I have no idea. All right, y'all. We did great today. Barb, thank you for the support. Thank you for joining. Waylon, Cher, Wolfkin, A, Riker, whoever else is still on here. Appreciate y'all joining and following along. And I'm gonna do another workout this weekend to catch up, another stream. I'm not, Nick, as well. I'm not 100% sure if it's gonna be Saturday night or Friday night. Saturday night or Sunday night. Probably Saturday night, but I will let you know for sure. Yeah, it's kind of dead stream today. Hey, appreciate you staying, keeping me company. Cher and A are the only two people writing. Well, and Nick for a bit. But yeah, it's all good. It's Friday night. It's a gloomy day. It's just one of those days. There's days when I don't feel like coming out and working out, so maybe something happened in the world and we missed it, guys. Maybe there was some big announcement. Maybe everybody went to Hulk Hogan's funeral and we didn't get the invite. I don't know what happened. But here we are, putting in our hours, serving our time in the park, paying our dues. And they're paying off with all these gains. Thank you, George. Appreciate you joining. Do I know you in real life, George? I'm trying to see your little icon. Can't see it. On my end, the icons are literally smaller than the tip of a pencil. Like the rubber band tip of the pencil. They're even smaller than that. They're so tiny. What are we talking about? Oh yeah, we're paying our dues and getting these gains over here while everybody else is chilling and having fun. Well, have a good weekend, y'all. I'll see you guys tomorrow or Sunday if you want to join. As soon as I decide when it's happening, I'm gonna schedule it on my channel. So if you go to Fortress channel, it'll say stream starting soon or stream scheduled or whatever. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you guys there. I do remember when Paul Walker died from a car accident. Also, I will update y'all on Discord and on here once these shirts become available. Fortress shirts. That'll hopefully happen within the next week. And a few of you guys are getting free shirts Barb is. Alan is, if he texts me his address. And a few others who are subscribed to dedicated subscriber tier. There was 2 or 3 people, I think. But yeah, for sure, you guys are gonna get your shirts once they're here. George is a Muslim dude? Oh, then never mind. Yeah, I only know one George in real life, and he was Russian guy, white. So yeah, definitely probably not the same George. Oh, he's in the UK. All right, George. No worries. Jack Sparrow is here. Hello, I wanted to say thank you because I discovered your channel like 10 years ago. Since then, I started trading and never stopped. Awesome job, Jack. I'm streaming every day. This is stream number 63 or 64. And we're working out 5 days a week. I'm getting back in shape. And I'm going to reach my peak level in the next 6 to 8 months. And once I reach my peak level, I'm going to surpass it. You're going to see me doing planche, push-ups, planche, holding, static, front lever pull-ups, one-arm pull-ups, muscle-ups, whatever you can think of. I'll be doing it right here. That's coming up in the near future. One thing is, whether you work out or you don't, time's still going to pass. The next year is going to pass, whether you work out or you don't. The next year is going to pass whether you reach your results or you don't. The next year is going to pass whether you show up in the park and watch these streams or you don't. So you may as well do it. You know what I mean? May as well do it, because time flies anyway. We're 12 weeks into this thing, and I feel like I've only been filming for 3 weeks. It doesn't even feel like 12 weeks. All this to say time flies. We're smashing our PR records, and it's all paying off. And it could be paying off for you too, if you just put in the effort and join me here every day. Appreciate y'all's support. Thank you for joining. Paul with you today. Fortress, body, mind, soul, spirit. God bless you, and I'll see you later this weekend. Bye. Stay strong. Keep it simple.